Oh my God, guys, it's our first podcast. Hello.
Hello, everyone. Malika here.
So, if you guys didn't know, we wanted to start this podcast with you guys to share our meaningful conversations and obviously off the wall conversations because we don't really know how to behave ourselves sometimes. So, why not show you guys that too?
Mind y'all, we're already taking shots. So you already know this podcast is going to be off the rip lit at shit.
Hashtag blazing.
But yes, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I hope that y'all enjoyed this podcast and find it a treat and definitely get a laugh and a cry out of it. I believe we're going to talk about in this podcast just our favorite memories during filming that we made or our favorite moments or just a little bit about ourselves. So just so like the people get to know some different bases, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm going to ask John some questions and then we're going to try to do the same thing back and forth. They're going to be like 10 questions each. They're going to be cool questions so that way they're not so boring. It's not like a bio that you read on dating app. So here we go.
And this helps y'all get to know us, each other, and also you may hear us cough
or like gag because the shots are just poured a little bit too hard. Just give us some time, but I think it cuts that out. So that's a great thing.
And also you may hear us ask Trevor to sit down or them to stop fighting because Wally and Trevor love to fight. If you don't know who Wally and Trevor is Malika's dog and cat. Trevor's the dog.
Okay, I don't know why I said like that. They're my boys. They're my kids.
Her boys.
Trevor is my German Shepherd Lab, and Wally is my tabby cat. He is gray and white, and he is my baby.
And mind y'all, just so y'all know, like the very first time I met Wally, I was totally against cats.
And now he tries to kidnap my cat. He had been in my past significant other.
Continually.
Joke where they argue back and forth over who gets my cat if something ever happens to me. So I think that shit's fucking hilarious.
Just so y'all know, it's gonna be me. I'm Gunkle.
I don't know.
And then also Trevor, me and him had a rocky start. Actually, and this is a plug, obviously. Malika is on season 4 of We're Here on HBO Max, y'all. And go ahead, say it. What's up?
Make sure you stream and tune in. The show is definitely educational. I feel like the whole world should see this show just only because, like, just take away the fact that it's just for the LGBTQ. Take that away. It's the simple matter of there's educational purposes, there's scientific purposes. There's just so much more that you learn from this show other than it being about LGBTQ people. And I think that it opens so many eyes to the people that are willing to watch to learn instead of watching to criticize. But
period.
Only y'all can choose what side of the fence you are on that. But I do hope that everyone gets a chance to watch it and you spread the word. And definitely tell people to watch it with an open heart and open mind. Don't watch it with your pad out to criticize the first thing that you see. That's not what it's about. So yeah. My name is Malika, and I'm from season 4 HBO Max of We're Here.
And obviously, I'm her best friend. I've known Malika really since high school. We ain't gonna talk about how that started. We'll have a whole segment on that.
He was my bully.
We'll have a whole another segment on that. I promise you'll get to talk about it. But for now, I just want y'all to know, like, Malika, I've known for at least 10 plus years.
Yes.
Factually.
So,
but
down that, damn, you said,
I just want them to know, like, when we actually truly became true friends. And
I wouldn't say true friends in 10 years. I would say we've been friends, best friends, tight, for at least 4 years solid. And a good friendship, but we've known each other for 10 years because of the trauma and the bullying that you put me through.
Y'all will find out.
In high school and where I had to skip class. But it's okay, y'all. We're going to get on that subject. But anyways, I had to cut him off because I don't want to keep you out here long because I am one of those people, like, I have ADHD and I'll space out if the podcast gets too boring. So I don't ever want to make it boring for anyone else. So here we go, right into the questions. So,
Oh,
John,
salty.
do you want a behind the scenes filming from HBO right here, or do you want a question about yourself?
It's completely up to you.
Okay, would you rather stay at home or go out to a nightclub?
Well, me being a Sagittarius, the part of me, obviously is going to say go to the club. My spontaneous ass loves to adventure and talk to people. So if y'all have never been to Tennessee, especially like in Nashville,
Shout out to Club Play and Try Bar.
and that's what I was going to do, is give a plug on especially Play and Tribe. It's a wonderful queer space to go to. And like every time I've ever been to Play, unfortunately, I've never been on the Tribe side, but I've always seen videos and their advertising, and they do such a wonderful side on that, a wonderful job on that side. However, when it comes to Play, like that place, I'm free to be whoever the fuck I want to be.
Whoever. And if you're looking for a place to go to where you can let loose and be your best self and not have to worry about someone looking at you different for dancing awkwardly in a circle with your best friends, Play and Travel is a place to go.
Literally.
I recently went this past Sunday for Cinco de Mayo, and it was absolutely one of the most beautiful experiences ever. I had been to Play about 5 times, never stepped foot in Tribe, and
Me either.
when I say both sides are absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous people, gorgeous drag queens. Shout out to my babies. Love them all. Real hot girl shit. I love you. Sorry. Anyways, so yeah, if you're looking for a nice place to go, definitely go check them out. Amazing drinks. Everyone in there is so friendly. 10 out of 10, I recommend it.
Period. And like for me, like one of the best aspects of going to these LGBT bars is like you can go outside, y'all, and pick up a conversation with anybody. And I mean anybody.
Yeah.
It is a free for all when it comes to conversation. And like I said, that's one of the things I love to do. And you throw a couple drinks in me and I am an instant outgoing, how are you type of person.
Yes.
So definitely if you haven't been to Nashville, at least next time you stop in Nashville, make Church Street a part of your itinerary to stop at Play and or Tribe. I suggest both. I know Tribe does a lot of RuPaul's Drag Race views. So, and a lot of the queens usually each week come up there.
And they have a drag bus, which is absolutely epic. Anyone that got to watch my episode and we're here, you would see that we got to do the drag bus. And the drag bus is 10 out of 10, highly recommended. It is an experience that you will want to fucking have. Absolutely had fun. It was so epic.
And y'all, if you haven't already seen episode 2 of We're Here, even if you haven't watched the trailer, but Malika does this epic fucking hair flip that everybody lives for. And that one's actually on the drag bus. And Malika, she threw that hair, honey.
I did. It was so much fun.
Them box braids were giving.
People ask me all the time, can you do the hair clip again? And I can't. I don't even remember doing it that night.
Whiplash.
To be honest with you, I had a lot of couple shots in me. And so a lot of couple, yes, that is a word. And so, yeah, I don't remember doing that hair flip, but I know that it was iconic. And in the future, here shortly, there's going to be some merchandise that's going to roll out. I'm working on that as we speak.
Yeah, and y'all will love it. The ideas
that are going to have t-shirts and stuff like that made for everyone. So I think it'll be about 3 different kind of t-shirts. Some of them are going to be caption t-shirts. Other of them are going to be like, I know one's going to be a quote, and it's going to relate to the hair flip that some of y'all saw in the trailer. So It's gonna be good. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be cute. I can't fucking wait.
And I want y'all to know it's like so hard for me to like keep secrets, but like when it comes to Malika in this new phase of her life, I enjoy keeping the secrets. It's fun, honestly. Speaking of the show, like for you, when you first saw the first 5 minutes, and then we finally get to see you a minute or two later. But just in that scene alone, like, can you let everybody know what it's like to be here in this small town?
I honestly, so first to touch base on your question as far as like them being called a slur. When I first saw that clip, it completely sent chills down my spine. My stomach turned. My heart went into my stomach because to know that that was my town, I recognized the square. I recognized the buildings, the paint on the side. I know that was
damn popcorn stand.
I know that was shit. And that's the same popcorn stand. That was my first job, was the popcorn stand and the candy store up on the square.
Really? You never told me that.
That was the first time. And so, so yeah, it was epic. It was nice, working there. But no, when I saw the episode, my stomach completely like turned. It was
Honey.
disgusting to know that that was my town that did that. Me personally, I don't know if y'all seen the episode yet, but you'll hear where I talk a lot about being passable. And because I critique myself so hard on being passable, I personally have not had a targeted hate crime towards me, thank God.
Yeah.
But to know that people in my community, the people that I now call family, have that happen to them in my town, I'm embarrassed. I hate that Chevy will portray themselves that way, but ultimately, I'm not shocked. This is the town where the KKK originated from.
No, thanks, place.
No, that's where they hosted at. But no, sorry. One of the former leaders of the KKK, this town is named after them. That's where Bedford County comes from. Bedford is.
Yeah.
Was one of the names. So, I'm just not surprised. This is the same town that has held KKK rallies. This is the same town that did lynchings in our courtyard. Mind you, our courthouse has been burned down how many times? I think before in the past.
I think twice.
If not more. I don't know what the history holds, so don't quote me on that. But I know there has been fires set to the courthouse in the past, and African Americans were hung in that courthouse yard here in Bedford County. So I'm not surprised. It just hurts to know that someone like me came out of something so disgusting like this. But,
Yeah.
diamonds don't form everywhere,
They really don't. You're right on that. And just so y'all know, I don't consider myself a diamond either. But I will say this, like, for me, when I first saw the clip, it sent shivers down my spine. Already, like, the women saying, no, we're not interested, and, like, immediately started walking away.
Mm-hmm.
That, like, already told me, like, oh, okay, this is really what our town's about.
Yeah.
So anyways, you see Priyanka and Sasha, and they're just walking our square, but they're immediately called that F word targeted towards the gay community. And it just really sent shivers down my spine, considering everything that I already went to when I came out. So y'all, if you're going or you're living in a town that's similar to this, I always highly suggest just finding a safe place immediately to get to, because you never know what's going to happen next, unfortunately, especially in today's time.
I would say form a good support group
Yeah.
first. But to my young people struggling to come out, I know you look at other people and you're like, damn, I wish that could be me. I'm sure that's some of your thoughts. I understand that. But wait till it's safe. It's my advice. That's just me personally. I would always tell anyone, wait till it's safe. You can get there, but do it when it's safe.
And we
You can save up money and do it, or your parents aren't letting you because you're old enough. Okay, that's fine. Wait till it's safe. Don't put yourself in a predicament to where you're hurt or you're targeted or your family, you know what I mean? Like, of course, you know that they're going to disown you, but let them disown you on your own terms. It's my thing. Is like, wait until you can afford to leave and then go.
And that's just in case, you already know your family
Yes.
is going to be completely against it. Sorry.
Because me personally, before I ever came out as, anything, I had saved up like $3,000 just in case my mom was like, get out. So when I very first came out, I was like, you can tell people that I died, and you can tell, like, you can disown me, you can do whatever, like, what I mean, I was already ready for the bad. I was like, you can do this.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and disown me. You want to kick me out, that's fine. If you da-da-da-da. And she's like, you don't have to go, but just let me process this. And of course, she didn't kick me out. So, I went and blew the $3,000. But I had to make myself that safety net because I didn't know how she was going to react. So I had to have a backup plan just in case shit failed. And I think what hits a lot of people is, not everyone's family is as gracious and loving and accepting as mine, and I'm so grateful for that.
Yeah.
Because I can only imagine how others have it.
And I can attest to that, and Malika knows that.
And so I'll always say, just wait till it's safe, because not everyone is as gracious and loving as my family, and I understand that. I get that. That's why I say again, wait till it's safe.
Like for me, and I mentioned this in the second episode as well of We're Here. For me, like when I first came out, y'all, I've known since I was 12 who I was. And like, I went to church, I grew up in church since elementary school. And it was very hard. In the end, when I finally did come out back in 2018, like as Malika said, she had that safety net. I never really considered that option. I just went off the whim and did it. Everybody's experience is different, but for me, like immediately it was complete chaos. There was the good and the bad. I had a lot of people support me, but in the end, the people that I knew and loved shunned me quick. Like I said, going to church, my youth pastor cut me off. That was hard. My family doesn't invite me to family functions anymore. The only people I really have is my family that I made with Malika. And, I still have my mom and my stepdad, but that's really all I have is the family that I created here. And so you grab those, cherish them, and hold on to them because they're the only ones who matter.
Yeah. So question number 2, before we get to that, John, that was a beautiful thing that you shared. Thank you for that. I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that as far as the whole shunning and disowning behalf goes.
Yeah.
But I think it's a beautiful thing that you found family in me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not a fucking wild ass person like by fucking Lauren and just ride that bitch.
No, she grabbed him by the balls. Not the damn horn.
So question number 2. If you had to pick or choose, I don't know how we got from question number 1 all the way to like off subject. That's like I already know we're fucking lit. Because we are completely off subject. Question number 2.
Okay.
If you had to choose between coming out in high school or coming out in your adult years, which one would you choose?
For me, I say this all the time now, like, if I could rewind the clock but know everything I know now, I definitely would have came out years ago.
Okay.
Like, y'all, I had a goddamn Zac Efron poster hung up in my room.
And nobody knew you locked it in the back door.
Nobody knew.
Wow. Literally, the proof was on the wall.
But I mean, like, a lot of people I think did know.
Yeah, I'm sure they
Go late.
I'm sure they did.
They were just waiting on me to say it.
Yeah, living in a glass closet, as they say.
I shattered that bitch.
No, you didn't.
Here we are. Wear the crop top.
Sure did. Do you have any questions or things for me?
Honestly, so like, here's the next thing I would say is like, since the show, because we're talking about us, and then we're also talking about the show, because we want to give y'all a little insight into that as well. Uh, but since the show's filming, keep in mind they were here for a month and a half. They spent a lot of time in this house, and there was a lot of cameras up close and personal.
Which was nice. I get used to it, but
It felt very awkward. I ain't gonna say.
to
I ain't
me,
lie.
it was like, I had to get used to getting mic'd up. That was probably the hardest thing, was getting used to getting mic'd up, because you're like, okay, a mic's up my back attached to my bra. Okay, a mic is up the damn side of my panty thong, side of my damn breast, So you immediately get used to some of the people micing you up, and you draw a connection to them, because it's like,
How do they
I
gonna
got
see?
my own chest raised up. So,
They gonna see it all.
And all the crew, every single one of the souls that I worked with, are absolutely beautiful. Very kind, loving people. We had so many fun parts off the camera that, of course, y'all didn't get to see, but I would say the off camera was probably more experience. Yeah, it was more experiencing than on camera, because we actually like joked, laughed, cracked up. You know what I mean?
And I don't want y'all to take this as like, because even on camera, we were acting up. Y'all saw in the very first 30 seconds of knowing Malika, we was blazing up in the living room, honey, just enjoying it ourselves. But like, for anyways, going into what I was asking, how do you feel now after filming, after they did leave us? We had the big drag performance, and they were on their plane off to the next section to film.
So after filming was hard, because I had lost my job during filming, and they didn't show that, thank God. But it was hard to keep a head game on, filming and then reality, which they're both reality, but like, reliving your story for everyone to fucking see. And then when the cameras are gone, you're also trying to plan your next interview and get your bills paid and stuff like that. So my life definitely took a turn for the worse. It was horrible. When I'm really on the road, because I'm drunk and tipsy and I'm emotional, so I'm not gonna do that. But life definitely got dark quick. And if it was not for my friends, I definitely would not have made it this far. Because Lord knows it took a toll on me. Just reliving all that trauma that I had to tell my story. Just because I wanted everyone to have the full and most rawest version of who I am and what I had to go through.
Right.
I had to dig deep and repeel those scabs that were thin scars, So it was hard. It was hard because, of course, when you're telling your story, you feel the emotions of every event that you've had to tell. And,
And once you let it all out, it's just like the sigh of, damn, I did that, but like, damn,
especially for episode 2, when we got to my biggest secret, like that was the biggest secret of my closet. Like I was planning on taking that to my grave just as much as my mom. You know what I mean? And a lot of people on social media, I see that, they're like, how are you not upset with your family? Or why are you not mad at your mom? Or, why are you not mad at anyone for taking it? I was like, my mom was a single Black mother of 3, had breast cancer twice while pushing us through school. 2 of them graduated from college. I chose not to go to college and go straight to work. I was born in 96, and she was Pentecostal in religion. So you take all that into a factor. I understand why she did what she did. I would have did what she did. And I think that's what a lot of people have to be gracious with, is because everybody wants their baby to be perfect. Nobody wants their baby to have any issues. All they want is what everyone says is as long as it's healthy.
Right.
And when the baby's not healthy, the baby's not up to your standard or your idea, you automatically feel like somewhere you felt as a parent. Because how did I make something as what people would mostly think imperfection? Ultimately, I'm not. But yeah, I definitely don't have any hurt or hard feelings towards my family. They did what they had to do, and now it's my turn to do what I have to do. So,
And honey, you did that.
you.
See, I just want y'all to know, like, seeing from like where she's come from to where we are now, um, this girl has blossomed to be authentically herself and be vulnerable with herself at the same time. And that took a lot of guts. Speaking of, like, I know Malika wasn't ever going to share this secret. Hell, I held on to that secret. I was never going to say anything. And Malika, can you tell us about what ultimately let you tell them your secret?
Um, the first thing I have to do is give credit where credit's due. Um, I'm one of those people. Of course, y'all know Jada was my mother, is my sister, is my mother, is my role model. Love that girl to death.
And if y'all don't know who she is,
Jada
Jada,
Essence Hall, baby, slayed since the day.
I mean,
So,
is that
because my story, I knew that I was gonna have to dig deep to tell what I needed to tell.
right?
I had to make sure that the people that were surrounded by me, from the camera crew, the people who were doing lighting, down to the filming people, down to the people who liked me out, down to Jada, I had to make sure that they were their true selves on and off the camera. And that's one thing that I looked for, was when the camera's cut off, how was she gonna be?
Yeah.
And when I tell y'all, we got so tight. We are absolutely inseparable when we're together. So
Tight together like a booty hole.
it's one of those things, like, if it wasn't for all of them holding my hand through it all and making me feel comfortable enough in the okay space to do that, I would have never had the courage to do it. And just to be able to look at Jada and know that they understand and know that they were here for my story and not just here for the camera, it meant a big difference. Because if it was just here for the camera, okay, then I would just give y'all just, a quick little rundown, nothing too in depth, whatever the case may be. But because it was her and the crew that I worked with, yeah, I felt completely vulnerable and told y'all the most deepest, darkest part of me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That took fucking balls.
that I don't have. But
And speaking of, like, in the video, y'all see that she's only transitioned 10 months at that time to where we are now. Y'all see her. Y'all see her. Ate and never left any fucking crumbs.
stop.
But this is a word that is so tossed around. And so I want to ask you this because you touch on it again in the video. The word passable, there's a lot of your trans sisters who,
And brothers.
and brothers who,
And intersex sisters and brothers.
yeah, and I'm still learning to this day, y'all. So bear with me as I still learn too. But when it comes down to, y'all's story and all of that, there's a lot of trans people who hate the way they look. And the word that's always used and tossed around is passable.
Mm-hmm.
Give us this. Tell us what you said in the show.
So the word passable was created out of fear.
Yeah.
The reason why I say that is because passable means, are you passable to not get harmed? Are you passable not to be targeted? Are you passable not to be clogged? Are you passable enough to pass through whatever you're trying to get done? If you're trying to, you know what I mean?
This is the main focus.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And it just hurts to know how much time some of us have put in to being so passable to where we don't even love what we see in the mirror sometimes because we put too much time. And we sometimes, well, for me, let me speak just for me personally, like sometimes I do sort of miss my old self, but I know that's a person that I'll never get back just because of genetically that person has to be gone. That's okay. I'm working on that, and it just helps to know that now y'all know more of me, and why I had to. If you'd have asked me 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, if I would have ever been in this predicament or this
apology, because I got to let y'all know, she's been out. This is her 3rd time coming out. We took a while to get to this step.
But now I'm moving on this truth, obviously.
Yes.
Honestly.
I'll never forget, like, when we went to Bride and we had this unique sense of being, and you finally was like, John, I'm not non-binary, I'm trans.
And I think you're the first person I came out to.
Yeah.
And I remember when my family found out that I was going to go ahead and start hormone therapy. We were, at the time, my family had a share with a cabin up in the mountains, and we had took a family vacation up there. I don't know, can we cut that? Anyway, he's done now to it. But anyways, they had a share up in the mountains, and we went to stay at one of the cabins at the resort. And I remember all of us, like, we had just got done eating dinner. It was a good day. We just got done playing golf out there. They had like a little golf course out there, so we just got done playing golf, and we all come back inside. And my sister, which is the boldest color of the crown box, was like, period. I just know on social media, you're going by a different name. I see where you change your pronouns, et cetera, et cetera. She's like, why are we always finding out through social media and never through you? And she's like, you don't come around as much anymore. And I'll say that. And when people transition or go through changes in life and they delete you on social media, or they sort of go quiet or under the radar, don't take it personal. Even if we're on a self-centered journey that has nothing to do with you and everything to do with us. And a lot of it plays the fact that we don't know if you're going to accept it or not, but we're so focused on trying to figure out if this is the right thing to do, to where we have to sometimes distance ourselves. We have to sometimes delete certain people. We have to sometimes do that because, not everyone is accepting, or not everyone is understanding. And that sometimes can come off harsh because, of course, we don't give a lot of people the chance to accept or deny, but don't take it personal. Either way, it's all about us on that journey, not about anyone else. So, yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Dan backward.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah, so we're going to take a break.
And we'll be right back in just a minute. Obviously, y'all ain't going to miss the time lapse at all. All right, guys, welcome back. Hello.
Hello, everyone. We're back for part 2. We're not going to keep everyone long. I know I said we have 10 questions to answer, but as y'all can't tell, this is the Lit Lounge, and sometimes we get a little bit too lit.
A little bit.
Schedule and topic. So, of course, on the first Lit Lounge episode, we got too lit, which is good. Because that's exactly what this is for. It's so that way we can get litty with y'all
and be our true selves.
And be our most truest, rawest selves.
And you are getting the realness that is our
raw, a good edit version of us. And I hope that y'all fall in love.
So anyways, we just got done talking about your
fucking cut me off.
I'm sorry, I didn't know you were done.
You're good, bitch. Don't fucking cut me off.
Love you, bitch. Anyways, so
everyone says that, but I don't know. Anyways,
we just got done talking about, obviously the show, and then we went into depth a little bit. Most importantly about how, like, when you came out as trans, you know, how you had that with your family, but you went on your solo journey and you made it about yourself and not anybody else. Which, y'all, kudos to Malika, because that, what she said really like struck me. I was like, okay, I get that. Like, make it a self-centered journey. If you got to make it about yourself, do that. You know, like definitely do that.
I had to. I had to. Everyone knows, like, whenever you finally find your true self, you know. So when I first came out as, mind you, I came out as bi for like 2 weeks.
And then it became gay.
Then it was gay. So when I first came out, I didn't know that I was gay, obviously. But a weight was lifted, but it wasn't like eternally lifted. It was like, you know, a layer was lifted, more or less the weight, just a layer. Okay, cool.
You just let everybody know you love men.
So all throughout high school, I always had a thick hair. I was known at the time as, you know, one of the guys with the juicy booties and my gym shorts. Real good shit. And never had a deep voice. So it was one of those things that, you know, it just took some time. It took some time to adjust. It took some time for research. It took some time to love myself. And that's how folks like, well, you know, you should be grateful for this. I'm becoming more grateful now, but you have to understand is I didn't ultimately want this for myself. So
yeah,
it's hard to be grateful for something that you didn't want.
because you're still battling those self-insecurities.
Yeah, because ultimately, like, I know that my mama wanted a boy. So it's hard to be like, you know, look in the mirror and it's like totally not what you see.
No, then also, you know, you had to become the man of the house.
That too, because I lost my brother. And everyone knows when you lose a sibling, the first thing they're like is you just gotta take care of your family. So I took that to heart. And I was like, you know, I'm the man of the house. You know, I'm gonna take care of my mom, I'm gonna take care of my sister, but there was always something missing. And mind you, like, of course, like, my figure was coming in, my breasts were becoming more tender, they were giving me pain.
Because you honestly didn't hit puberty in high school, did you?
No, I hit puberty 2018. I graduated 2015.
Yeah.
Thank you for asking that. A lot of people sometimes wonder, but no, 2018 was when I hit puberty.
Yeah.
And I can tell that, and that's because that's when I started noticing the small changes.
Honey, that ass was growing.
And she was doing too much for the jeans that I owned at that time. She was doing way too fucking much. I'm trying to go out and shake my ass, and it's growing, and it's not even get wet at that time. Because, you know, when you change throughout clothes, it's just expensive. You gotta go up a size, gotta go down a size.
Oh, don't I fucking know it.
The point where, like, people were asking me, like, you know, they're like, you know, you have man boobs, but your man boobs are huge.
Mm.
And that's how I was like, okay, so even people are noticing, like, you know, my titties aren't just fucking man titties. They are fucking breast. And so folks always ask, you know, like, what made me want to lean towards male or female? And ultimately the answer is, you know, my body did it for me. I just followed what she was already doing.
Okay.
She was already growing ass. She was already growing big. She's never had people. You know, I of course let her choose ultimately.
Yeah.
And so yeah, real hot girl shit.
And now we're here. Hey, y'all, the transformation she's made, like, from being the gay boy at the time, you know, you were still wearing makeup, you were learning makeup.
Oh yeah, my own makeup skill is hard red ball. When I see my photos pop up, I'm not even like dysphoria by like the whole fact that like my you know what I mean, that, you know, it was my old dead photos of me. It's more or less like my makeup skill. Who the fuck wouldn't step out the house like that?
But at the end of the day, you know, like, it's also like the makeup was her trying to come out.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, she never actually came out as non-binary, by the way, also, guys. It was just like I'm gonna let y'all think whatever. and you can tell me if I'm wrong, but like at the time, like, you know, she told me multiple times, I'm non-binary.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't know. And I had a conversation one night, and y'all see the lake that we go to. Um, the lake is a precious memory.
I'm there like all the time. So if y'all ever go through there throughout the week, chance of you running into me is a high chance.
Honey, she's always taking Trevor out there, letting him roam around and enjoy. But like, there was this moment that me and you had. Yes, we were drunk, but sometimes you remember things when you're drunk. Sometimes you don't, you know?
I do. I'm one of those people. I am well aware.
But like, in this drunkenness, I remember laying on that boat dock that you guys see where she wants me to bring her in on her kayak. But goddamn, like, you really want me to go out there and get wet.
It's like, yeah, hell, I'm not gonna get wet. Actually, nothing myself, but
but we laid on that boat dock and we just looked out at the stars. And I remember this conversation with you. And I remember like you were very hesitant and you really beat around the bush. Very, very around the bush. But like I was like, Malika, I think you're trans. And you didn't want to say it, you know?
I mean, duh, I was ready.
And I get that now,
But
you know?
put me on the spot.
But like
That's all.
at that moment, I was like, I see more to you. And I really don't think you're non-binary because for me, because I am non-binary, you know, don't do that. Don't you start your crap with me about being non-binary.
I love it. I love it.
She really does love us NBs. Don't let her play. She just gives me a hard time.
I give John personally a hard time. Only because, for one, like, John's like a big brother to me. And
Oh,
we give each other a hard time about a lot of shit that we did in life.
and
And
that's just sisterly love.
it brings out the best in him ultimately when he does step out and be his true non-binary self. And I love that for him. And but I have to explain to a lot of people sometimes, you know, like folks always ask, you know, if John's transitioning. And question is no.
Yeah,
John is
that
gender
is-
fluid, non-binary, so he's whatever he feels like when his eyes open up for the day. He feels like he wants around the house in a Camino in a thong and a bra.
Hold on, y'all. I
I'm
got
running around the house in a Camino, a thong, and going to bra.
Malika's vocabulary sometimes cracks me up. What is it? A Camino?
A Camino.
It's a kimono, baby.
Whatever.
Well,
Whatever.
yeah, like she said, like I can go and do makeup and still have my beard, whatever's really there. It's not a real beard, but I just express myself as myself, and people don't really understand the non-binary, and they always assume, okay, John's wearing makeup, I'm trans.
Yeah.
No, that's not the case, y'all. Like, I do not want to transition into anything. I am between the man and the woman. I wake up, whatever he or she wants to do that day, we do it.
What was your alter ego's name?
I knew you would ask that question.
Go ahead.
Okay, so like my girl name when I am wearing makeup. So for me, my pronouns, obviously Malika is she, her.
And don't fuck it up.
Don't fuck it up. Don't. And then me, I am they, them, but I also go by he, she, and they because like only
Damn,
thing
I'm so green with the pronouns.
I want y'all to know.
John just wants all of your
Here's my thing.
Damn.
If I'm out here male presenting,
Save some from us, please. Like, we would like to use some.
well, here's my thing. If I'm out here male presenting, I don't really want to be called a female in that moment. But if I am out here and I'm wearing a full face of makeup and you come at me and call me sir, like, no,
Oh, God.
no. That is a definite do not do that to me.
But I thought that, like, as non-binary, that would be okay. Just because.
At least say they, but don't come at me and call me he.
Got you, okay? And that's still teaching me. I'll learn something just as the next person.
But each person's different, and that's the thing. I know other non-binary people that really do strictly want they them. You know, for me, You can call me whatever, just don't call me late for supper. Cause I'm still a big bitch at the end of the day. And if I'm hungry and I want some to eat, call for me. um on another tangent, Malika's on We're Here Again. If you haven't already heard, obviously we're about 40 minutes into this podcast, so you definitely should know. Um, this cracks me up.
Oh my gosh.
Uh, we're out there on the lake, and Malika never told me this crop top was hers. Now, keep in mind that we left together, and she knew what I was wearing before we went.
That's why you knew you never bought that shirt.
Well, first off, I thought it was a different one, and I just started having it in my closet.
You knew you never bought that shirt.
Okay, but it ended up in my closet somehow, some way. Somehow, some way, it ended in my
All I'm
closet.
saying is you knew you never bought it. Y'all, we didn't film it. I look over at this motherfucker housing my shirt, and I don't know it until we're clearly on film. So I can't even be like, bitch, take off my shirt. So I learned how to watch this man, look him in his peoples during filming, and know that he was in my motherfucking shirt. So that's how it became cross top. But that,
Hey, y'all, don't come for me in that crop top.
that size.
All right, so Malika is tired.
I'm tired, guys. My social battery has went to zero. I'm ready to get on
some drinks.
with my, I don't know,
When you're what?
with my BB. But not my BB because there's no, I don't know. It's weird. I don't know.
There's no title on it.
I don't know. But someone that makes me happy and smile. We'll say that.
There we go. There we go. Okay. But so this just gives y'all a glimpse into who we are. I hope y'all guys really enjoyed the conversation. Keep in mind that again, we're gonna do this every Friday. And we want you guys to definitely tune in. It'll drop at 12 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Yes.
Because we want everybody to get it at the same.
And also get ready for part 2 where they go to Oklahoma. That's going to be beautiful.
Yes. By the time you guys are seeing this or listening to this, I'm sorry. By the time you guys are listening to this, it will be the Friday that Oklahoma's part of the season comes. So with that being said, thank you again for stopping by the Lit Lounge. And we hope you enjoyed our conversation.
Y'all have a wonderful night and have a blessed day. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Malika here, signing off. Thank you.
And John, bye y'all.